Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. My name is Sean Dex and I welcome you back to the Mango Grove. In today's video, we'll be covering Sui. I just got back from the gym. Today was leg day. My legs are killing. My legs feel like jelly and I know myself. I know that if I don't get this video out now, I will not do anything for the rest of the day. I'll just be lying on the couch, not being able to goddamn move. So I want to get this video out ASAP. Going to try to keep it short. I've been watching this chart for a very, very long time, waiting patiently for this one to give us the signs that this one wants to start trending again, because this was such a beautiful, easy, simple trend all the way to around $2, right? Honestly, this chart traded perfectly. And you guys know at Mango, we don't discriminate. All we look for are easy trend trades, the beautiful trend trades. And I got a lot of hate on Sui, by the way. Back when I talked about how $2, as long as it holds a 2-day dynamic, people were like, no, Sean, Sui is going to go to the moon, etc., etc. And I don't disagree with you guys. I don't have any hate against your coins. All I like to do is trade in the direction of the trend. And look at this, by the way. When we first started analyzing Sui, we said, hey, I'm looking for $2 target as long as it's holding the 2-day dynamic. And everyone was fine with that and happy with that as long as it was holding the 2-day dynamic. But as soon as we got to our $2 target and then lost the 2-day dynamic right over here, I was like, hey, this likely wants to start downtrending because this is a change in behavior, right? I said that and I got so much pushback, so much hate. Sean, you don't know what you're talking about. Sui to the moon, etc., etc. And you know what? That might be true. This may go on to make a new high and brand new highs. We're going to talk about that very soon. But the point over here is, if you aren't being objective based on the trend, you are missing out on opportunity by willfully being blind. Because imagine if you sold even half of your bag over here, you would have been able to buy that much more at these lows over here and start scaling back into your position and build a much, much bigger bag for the cyclical position, right? Now, that's a different story. If you said, you know what, I think this is going to downtrend, but I don't care, okay? That's fine. That's fine. But if you decided to be willfully ignorant on this trend and be emotional, I really urge you guys to check that behavior, because there's so much opportunity that you guys are missing out on. And by the way, guys, if you guys want me to continue doing analysis on Sui as the chart develops, as the story develops, as it gives us opportunity levels, let me know by either hitting the subscribe or leaving a comment down below, because that's how I know you guys are interested in these kind of videos and it will motivate me to do more of them. So what happened, guys? Sui hit our $2 target, okay? Now this could have kept going and I would have been very happy for this to keep going. But what did it do? It closed underneath the 2-day dynamic. And unlike a lot of assets, right, that will chop you around and close above it again and close underneath it again, getting people in and out of the trade, this one didn't do that. What I'm going to do now for a quick second is just hide all the horizontals and we'll come back to it, okay? Look how clean this trend was, okay? All the way to the top, closed multiple 2-day candles underneath it, failed to reclaim it, and then trended cleanly underneath the 2-day dynamic once again, right? So for the longest time, I've been watching Sui on the 2-day time frame, waiting patiently for it to reclaim the 2-day dynamic, as well as a couple of other signs that we are going to be talking about today. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is going to turn on my horizontals again, turn on my drawing tools. As you guys can see, I have a few zones marked out, right? One zone is right over here at around 93, let's see, around 88 cents all the way to around 93 cents, right? Let's say 85 to 95 to keep it simple. Okay, so 85 to 95, we marked out the zone that we are bull flagging underneath. We broke through it. We had a nice, powerful candle through it, right? We consolidated underneath it, tested the 2-day dynamic, and then powered through, right through it, right? We would have loved to see something like that over here at the $2 region too. If we had seen something like that, where we consolidated underneath and then power candle right through, this likely could have gone much, much higher. But Sui failed to do that, right? We broke down instead. So now we have a new zone that we can mark out right over here at this inflection point zone at around $1.66. So watch that zone. Okay, I'm going to mark that out for you guys again very cleanly in a bit. But for now, I want you guys to focus on this zone here. This zone over here, guys, that was so important on the way up is going to be very important again now that we broke underneath the level. You guys can see that we broke underneath it, we retested it, came back down, put in a lower low, again, lower high against the same level, and now again a lower low. What are we looking for Sui to do now? We're looking for it to reclaim the same zone that we were concerned with back in Jan 2024. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stretch this out. I'm going to stretch this out for you guys. Okay, cool. You guys can see that I have a drawing over here coming in from around July, where I was hoping and looking for Sui to do both. Okay, I was looking for it to, one, reclaim the 2-day dynamic, and 2, power through this green zone that we just marked out over here for you guys. Okay, again, coming in around 90 cents. Okay, looking for it to clear the zone over here at around 90 cents. So I was looking for it to power through, retest it, and then make its way back to the top of the range. Now, as you guys can see, we have, I'm going to go ahead and hide the horizontals again, we have reclaimed the 2-day dynamic, but we are still sitting underneath the zone of resistance here at 95 cents. We still have to wait for that zone to clear before we can look for that big move to around this inflection point over here, around $1.75, right? Let's go ahead and mark it out over here, okay? And what we can do now is we can get rid of this, okay? We can get rid of this for now, okay, for now. We'll come back to that once we clear this zone. So what I've done now, guys, is marked out this inflection point zone over here, coming around $1.70. If we can clear it, we're likely going to go up and test the all-time highs at around $2.17, and in my opinion, likely move on to make new highs after that. So just the move from around this green zone to the highs that we currently have is around 150% move. That is a good trade, okay? That is a good trade. The 2-day dynamic has just been cleared. That's our first sign to start looking. But more importantly, we also had a great sign on the dashboard right over here, guys. On the dashboard, you can see that Sui flipped long on the 12-hour a day and a half ago, and flipped long on the daily 9 hours ago, right? So just flip long today. But the volatility is sitting really, really high across all the time frames where it is long. So long in the 4-hour, long in the 12-hour, long in the daily, but vol is 94, 100, and 96. So this is telling us, hey, look for resistance. When you see something like this, guys, what do you say? You say, I want to see whether or not this kind of volatility and the trend push price to a resistance level, okay? Especially considering the 2-day is still neutral. It's not long yet. It was previously short, so it's flipped from short to neutral. That is another good sign that we got today, but it is still neutral, right? So you have 2-day resistance, 4-day trend resistance, and weekly trend resistance, and the volatility is high on the trends where we are seeing long, right? So what do we do with this? Well, we go on over to the chart and look for resistance. I just marked out the resistance zone for you guys, right? So this should tell you, hey, yes, Sui is looking good, but I need to stay my hand. I need to be mango. I need to be stress-free. I need to look for the right confirmation and the trigger, and I need to look for price to have no resistance overhead. I am looking for the path of least resistance. And right now, we don't have that just yet, but it's time to start paying attention, okay? This could reject and come down again, right? So we don't know. If it does that, well, we'll just be patient, because again, remember guys, the first reclaim of a key trend indicator after a prolonged downtrend may very well be a fake out, right? The first reclaim may very well be a fake out, and you could get a high low into the range, and then we break out, okay? And then we break out. So be very, very, very cognizant of that. Do not get baited into this trade. I'm here to tell you guys, watch this one. Watch this one. We are sitting up against resistance, okay? We may put in a high low, or we may power through right through this resistance zone. If we do that, it's fine. Keep your cool. Keep your cool. You can start scaling into your position if you do that, provided we are close enough to this green zone over here, or you can wait for the retest. I will guide you guys as that begins to happen. But for now, keep your cool and watch. So hit the subscribe, hit the notification icon so you don't miss out on this trade opportunity when it does trigger. And again, if you guys are enjoying these kind of videos, let me know by leaving a comment down in the comment section, because it really, really motivates me to keep coming out and doing these kind of videos. I'll see you guys in the next one. Ciao.